The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Episode 7. Today, we're diving right in with another short expedition to the ruins. Nothing fancy, this is just a basic resource run.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
You have got to be kidding me. Okay, let's see if we can take these things out before anyone gets infected. Unfortunately, most of Arnas's abilities are useless against these things. I think we're going to have to transform. That's not very good for Purge's sanity, but he'll just have to deal with it. Let's have Purge heal himself. Well, alright then. I guess all of our highwaymen get to be vampires. Nothing we can do about it. We just need to finish the fight.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Obliterated.
Very nice. I mean, seriously, our first fight and Purge is almost insane already.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Well, I think it's fair to say that this crawl is off to a pretty bad start. Wow, they are not pulling any punches. Okay, we can handle this. Let's take out the cultists first. The Acolyte will die on our next turn, so let's focus on the Brawler now. There's a nice heal from Purge.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
We really need to take out that courtier.
Begone, fiend.
Nice shot, doll. Again, the brawler will die on its next action, so let's focus fire on the defender.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Wow, doll is on fire all of a sudden.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Okay, let's crack that chest open and move on. Not bad. We definitely need more heirlooms. Now let's see here. I guess we need to go in a big circle, then we can double back and check that last hallway.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I guess this run is actually going halfway decently. Despite the rocky start, we are finding a decent amount of treasure. Hopefully our luck will hold out.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
You know, at some point I need to learn to stop tempting fate.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Well, our primary healer just went insane. I'm sure we'll be fine. Bookshelves are too random. We can't afford to take any risks right now. The pragmatic part of my brain is telling me we should really abandon the mission now. But where's the fun in that? Let's keep moving. Let's see here. Alchemy table is medicinal herbs. Very nice. We're still getting some pretty serious gold here.
Watch your step.
And again with the traps. That's Darkest Dungeon for you. We'll check this hall for loot real quick, then we'll double back and finish the run. Hey, we actually got a nice easy fight for once.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, let's double back and check that last hallway. We'll need to keep on our guard. We know we have at least one more fight ahead of us. Looks like King's Rook needs some blood. Unfortunately, we don't have any right now. Another moderate difficulty fight, but nothing we can't handle. It's 50-50 odds, but I guess we'll try to stun the Bloodletter. Well, we tried. Aside from Purge being crazy, this is actually going pretty well so far. Let's start tossing out some damage over time effects. Or we can just kill them, that works too. The Fusilier will drop dead on his next action. That just leaves the big guy.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
That's a pretty nasty bleed effect. We'll bandage it up once we get the chance.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, let's take a quick moment to get our guys back in order here. We'll bandage up that bleeding. And moving on. A moderate difficulty fight, but we've got surprise. Let's see if we can take out those casters.
Back to the pit.
That's one down.
Precision and power.
Very nice. Stress levels are getting a little high, but otherwise we're still doing fine. Okay, let's do something about that acolyte.
A decisive pummeling.
Of course, she's already taken her action now, so I guess we should neutralize her bodyguards first.
The blood quickens.
Purge is on point with the healing. Nice. Just one more to go.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Mission accomplished. Since we know we're done fighting for now, we might as well douse our torch and loot these last couple of containers.
And now, the darkness holds dominion. Black as death.
Come on, Purge.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Between the diseases and the madness, that was definitely a pretty painful run. But it could have been a lot worse. At least everyone's coming home alive this time. Our latest expedition to the ruins marked yet another success on a steadily growing list, and this string of unexpected victories was beginning to get definite results. Recruits were now arriving on an almost daily basis. We just didn't have enough space to house all of these self-proclaimed heroes. I would need to begin putting resources towards expanding our barracks. Until then, as much as it pained me, I would simply have to start turning away our new arrivals. I had other concerns as well. Although our latest expedition had been a success, Purge had locked himself away in seclusion almost immediately after his return. Dahl had seemed quite shaken as well, muttering something about monsters wearing the guise of men. I couldn't get much more out of her. Varnas was certainly no help. He was as quiet and reserved as usual, though he at least seemed to have weathered his mission surprisingly well. Perhaps I had underestimated him. As for the King's Rook, well, he was being even more elusive than usual, almost as if he were going out of his way to avoid crossing paths with me. When it became clear that no real answers were forthcoming, I turned my attention towards some of the other recruits. Alistair was still sitting a silent vigil in the tavern, the same stale mug of beer clutched absently in his hand. I was prepared to intervene, if only for the poor bartender's sake, but I was interrupted by my loyal bodyguard, Istvan. He had long been plagued by some malady of the inner ear that often left him disoriented in the heat of battle, and given his service so far, I was quite happy to arrange an operation that would remedy the problem. Of course, this once again returned my mind to the issues of our ever-dwindling resources. Alistair and the tavern would just have to wait, as my focus instead turned towards a list that the antiquarian Dakrim had drawn up for me. The family estate was truly littered with all manner of arcane and divine trinkets, any one of which could mean the difference between life and death. After considering my options, I decided to go after a minor relic hidden away in the woodlands to the south. Luzon was quick to volunteer as the leader of the expedition, and Carl, freshly recovered from his recent operation, was eager to accompany him. They were joined by Anuk the Houndmaster and Carol the Vestal. They were eager to be off, so I quickly arranged to have appropriate supplies and provisions delivered to the barracks. It was only after they had left that I realized they had neglected to properly equip themselves with the wards and wonders we had so painstakingly collected. It was too late to call them back. I would just have to hope that they would still be able to find success without them.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
And welcome back. We've still got about 15 minutes on the clock, so this seemed like a good time to pay our first visit to the Weald. Before we go too far, let's take a quick look at the heroes we're working with. Alright, let's get moving. Fortunately, today's dungeon crawl seems like it's pretty straightforward. We just have to visit this one side room, then we just follow a straight line to the end of the dungeon.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Okay, they're starting us with a moderate difficulty battle. Let's see if we can neutralize that heavy hitter. Now let's see if we can take out that dog. Not bad. Oh, very nice. Now their entire front line is about to bleed to death.
A death by inches.
Now we just need to take out the artillery.
The light, the promise of safety. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
We're definitely off to a much smoother start this time around. Oh, hold on. There's another fight right ahead of us. Ah, this is already an easy fight, but with surprise, it's barely a speed bump.
Executed with impunity. Another one falls. Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
If only all the fights could be that easy. Though I guess that would probably make the game pretty boring. Another extremely easy fight.
Be gone, fiend. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
The RNG is really going easy on us this time. Come on, Bunny. You don't know where that's been. Okay, this is definitely a tougher battle. These mushroom men are pretty tough. Let's start stacking bleeding damage. Not enough damage to kill anything, but it's a good start. Our best bet is to probably keep stacking bleeding damage.
A powerful blow.
We'll also keep Carol on crowd control. For now.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Now we just need to take out the artillery.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Not much to say. Things are still going pretty smoothly.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
And here come the traps.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
There's a mummified corpse. I think that needs bandages.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
That actually got us a halfway decent trinket for our Houndmaster, which is a good thing because I'm just now realizing I totally forgot to equip trinkets. Sorry guys, I'm literally sick and tired while I'm recording this, so it totally slipped my mind. Things are going pretty well so far, so hopefully we should be fine. Oof. This is a rough fight. Let's hit them hard and fast before surprise wears off. Okay, that's one dog neutralized. That's two.
Back to the pit.
And that's three.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Ringing ears. Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Please die. There we go. Now we can toss out some healing. And finish this.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Huh. There's another Houndmaster trinket, but not one that's particularly useful for us. Of course, we'll still grab it.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Well, we're definitely not going to be running out of torches anytime soon. We've got a treasure room ahead. That's a guaranteed fight. If we're lucky, that might actually be the last fight in the dungeon.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We're finding trinkets left and right now. I think the game is trying to tell me something. Oh, this isn't too bad. Spiders can toss out some annoying status effects, but they're incredibly frail. We should be able to tear right through them.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Singular strike.
Very nice. Let's get rid of those dog traits. Hey, and that was indeed the final fight. That means it's once again time to douse our torch and loot the last few rooms.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold. Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Let's dump the holy water now. We don't need it at this point. Okay, we are in a fight, but fortunately it's against more fragile enemies.
Well struck.
Ah, dang it. We always have to be infected with something, don't we?
Inspiration and improvement.
I think Luzon and Anuk have this. We'll have Carl toss out a stress heal.
This expedition at least promises success. The darkness holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
We're out of bandages, so we'll skip the body. Just one more hall, one more room. There's hunger. And there's an obstacle. And the final room is empty.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
That's a bit anticlimactic, but As usual, it could have been a lot worse. I think it's about time to try our luck with another medium dungeon. We'll pick up there next time.